Hi folks, Daniel from Know Your Market here. We have an FAQ, a viewer feedback question, viewer, audience member feedback question, whatever it might be. And the question is this: if Know Your Market is the operating system, so to speak, of modern marketing, and that is the proposition that we're taking out, what is to stop somebody else replicating that? What's your defensible moat, if you will, from a business point of view, to prevent the entire platform being copied by someone else? It's an excellent question, and it's one that in the tech world is always asked, because the reality is if someone can build it, so can somebody else. If we have a look at things like MySpace and Facebook, you have more or less the same infrastructure that was created to do more or less the same thing, and one of them won. As it happens, MySpace still exists, but its scale is much smaller. Now, obviously, we're not necessarily wanting to play the MySpace Facebook game, but if you take that into the dating world, for example, there are countless dating apps, but everyone's heard of Tinder. There is, I don't even really know what they are, but there's Bumble, there's Hinge, I don't even know what these things are anymore, but there's countless different ones. And prior to Tinder existing, there was also countless different ones back then as well. They just weren't apps, they were websites. The technology kind of doesn't matter. It's the business proposition and how useful it is to the client or the user in the very specific niche or circumstance. For example, if you were to relate to the dating world, each of these dating apps behaves a slightly different way to support different things. For example, different demographics or different needs and interests. Perhaps some are for long-term dating, others are for short-term dating, others are for cross-cultural dating. There's all sorts of different dating apps out there. They've all got their own little niche. The technology underneath is more or less the same. I mean, yeah, okay, you might swipe left, swipe right, swipe up, swipe down, whatever, but it's more or less the same stuff, right? Anyone can copy it. It's how it is delivered to the user, and does it deliver upon their niche? That is where we stand out. So yes, could somebody copy the premise of Know Your Market? The answer is yes, and in a sense, we are already copying the premise of other businesses. There are analytics tools out there that already amalgamate data from a variety of different sources and report on them. That already exists. We're not reinventing the wheel there. But what we are doing is applying our own IP based off 15 years worth of experience and delivering upon exactly what our niche wants. We know that because, as I just said, we've been delivering to them for 15 years. We know what they want. We are going to continue to deliver upon that very thing. It's the analytics and the decision data that our clients want that we will be delivering upon in KnowYourMarket.ai. Now, it just so happens that there are many, many people in different roles throughout the world that are exactly like our clients here in Australia. Therefore, we can deliver to all sorts of different people the world over because their needs are going to be more or less the same. It's just in that very little niche. But that's cool because if we can deliver really well to that niche, it doesn't matter if someone copies the underlying concept and rewrites the technology from scratch. Our code is not public, so they can't go and copy that part, but they would be rewriting the platform from scratch. They're allowed to do that, that's cool. But we deliver it to our niche really well. There are many car manufacturers out there. They all vary in size. They have different models. They are manufactured for different markets. Some are expensive, some are cheap. Some are four-door, some are two-door. Some are four-wheel drive, some are rear-wheel, whatever. They're all different, but they all still exist. It's exactly the same here. So there will be businesses out there that do a similar thing. I know of one already because we use it in our agency. That platform has an AI built into it that is kind of trying to do what we are doing with Kim, but it's coming at it from a very different angle. They have their niche, they have their client base, they're sticking with that. We're not doing that, we're over here. So our defensible moat isn't really technology. It's IP and niche, delivering the right IP using technology to exactly our niche. That is our value proposition and that is our defensible moat. Great question. I know it's a long answer, but it is something that really needs to be explained because it is very, very important to anyone who wants to be part of the KYMAi infrastructure and the KYMAi ecosystem.